Are you looking to work as a nurse in the United States? For you to actualize that dream, you need an employer to guide you through the process and file for your work-based green card visa. This employer is taking responsibility to petition for you through the US immigration. They need to convince the USCIS that they have a nursing job opening and they are sponsoring you to serve in the same capacity, and that they are in a position to pay you and to ensure you are comfortable during the period of your contract length. So as a foreign educated nurse, you will encounter two forms of employers. One is going to be your direct hire employer, and two is going to be nursing recruitment agency. So what is the difference between the two? What do they have to offer? What are the benefits, advantages, and disadvantages? And I leave you the choice to make on which to work with, either the direct hire or the nursing agency, whatever works for you after watching this video. This is based on my personal experience, as I am with a nursing agency and I have a friends with direct hire. I'm going to share my experience and probably add their experience, and that will let you know like which employer should you work with. So let's get started. First, we need to understand the definition. So let's define direct hire. Direct hire is where you work with the hospital directly. At the start of the process, you are aware which hospital you're going to. This hospital will be your sponsor. They will pay for your immigration fee or any other required fee. For example, if you need an air ticket, they are going to pay for that. They work with agencies, and these agencies are not like recruitment agencies. They're just there to coordinate the process. But you will report directly to the hospital as your employer once you land here. While on the other hand, nursing recruitment agency, you work for the agency. They will sponsor you and guide you through the entire process. They will place you to work in an hospital, but you are not an employee of that hospital. You are contracted to that hospital and you report directly to the agency. So the agency here works as a middleman between you and the hospital. The hospital has a need, they reach to the agency has nurses, and hospital contract those nurses via that agency. So which one is better between the two? Let's see. When it comes to Nclex preparation, nursing recruitment agency work with Nclex and non-Nclex passes. Meaning, if you have done your Nclex by yourself and passed, they will work with you through the immigration process. But if you're clueless on the Nclex preparation and are yet to start to prepare, they will hold your hand. They will guide you entirely through the process. They will help you with the Nclex preparation. They will help you with your credential evaluation. They will help you with IELTS, visa screen, endorsement, name it. They will ensure the process is as smooth as possible. That is your nursing recruitment agency, most of them. When it comes to direct hire, they are most of the time, the ones that I've encountered, work with Nclex. That is their priority candidate. Their major role is to sponsor you through the visa processing. They're assuming you've done the Nclex and passed, and probably done the IELTS, with your visa screen. So they're taking somebody who is ready, like to start the immigration process. So as I said, recruitment agency will prepare you for the Nclex, but direct hire prefers Nclex process. Let's know who is your employer. That one I've stated in the definition. Direct hire, your employer is the hospital you will work directly with. While nursing recruitment agency, they are your employer and not the hospital. The only motivator, the one thing that makes us leave the country, that is the salary. Salary, this is the main motivator. We leave our countries, we leave our families for the better opportunity and pay. And direct hire will pay you more. I don't even have to miss my word. Their rates are higher compared to the agency. In direct hire, you're working with the hospital and it's the hospital that pays you. Thus, they're factoring in your years of experience. Unlike the recruitment agency, the pay is on the lower rate. The hospital pays them, then they decide on what to pay you. So, In direct hire, your pay stub or your pay slip comes from the hospital directly. While in nursing recruitment agency, they have your pay slip. The hospital pays them and they pay you. Does that make sense? You got it. For example, I have friends who are paid $50 and above in direct hire. And I've not encountered a person, but I've had some nursing agency pay nurses $22 an hour. Oh yeah, so you need to make a choice. But before you make that choice, listen to these other factors. And you have to factor in all these comparisons. So we are going to talk about overtime pay. When it comes to overtime pay, that is standard across board. It's going to be 1.5 times your regular hour pay. Once you hit your regular hours, you are either going to have a 36 or a 40-hour contract. Whichever it is, once you hit those hours, anything worked on top of 36 or 40 is going to be your extra hours. And you should be paid 1.5 times your normal hourly rate. Example, if you are earning $30, your overtime hour is going to be 45 hours. That is across board, whether with the nursing agency or the direct hire. We are going to talk about incentive. With the nursing shortage this country faces, the hospital at times pay incentive for nurses to pick extra shifts. With direct hire, you're entitled to these incentives because you're one of their employees. So whatever they're going to give their employees, if they have bonuses, if they have incentives, you will be entitled to them. While it comes to recruitment agency, it depends on the hospital agreement with the agency. Some do offer these incentives while some don't. I work with a nursing agency and trust me, I see the bonuses, I see the incentives, but I'm not entitled to them. Reason? I have no idea. I don't know the contract between my hospital and my nursing agency. As usual, guys, if you like the video, if you like the content, please do subscribe, please do share, please do like, and leave us a comment. If you've worked with direct hire, tell us what your experience is. If you're working with a nursing agency, tell us your experience and what we need to learn. So we're going to talk about benefits. Benefits, it's straightforward. Direct hire. As an employee of this hospital, you are offered all the benefits. Unlike nursing agency where you're contracted and they know you're going to work for 3 years or 4 years, and most of the time you are going to go on your way. You will realize that they don't pay you as much as they should and you're going to look for a better opportunity. Nursing agency are just here to file for your immigration and make your landing here smooth. But once you've done your 3 years, baby, you want to get moving. You want to know that it is not paying you much. And there are jobs that pay much here. So that's it when it comes to benefits. So with contract length, I've seen nurses with contract length of 2 years and 3 years. So this varies between the nursing agency and the direct hire because it depends with what you guys agreed and what you guys signed for. If you signed for 3 years, if you signed for 2 years, then you need to do your term to the full. The only thing I know, I've not seen anything less than 2 years and I've not seen anything more than 3 years. So the contract it ranges 2 to 3 years. Freedom of growth is another thing we need to compare. So as a direct hire, you're working with the hospital and you have a potential to grow in various units. It's easy to go to the employer and tell them you want to switch, or if you see another opportunity that they're looking for an ICU nurse, you just apply for it and you're able to switch. Let's say you're working in med-surg and you want to go to ICU and they have an opening, you can switch up, you can work in ICU. If you see another opportunity in the OR and you want to be an OR nurse, you can apply and switch and grow in that other department or at that other unit. When it comes to direct hire, it is minimal for you to grow or for you to switch units. If they contract you for med-surg or the OR, that is where they had a need. That is where they really needed someone to work, and they will put you to work there until you finish your contract. Rarely do you have that opportunity to, switch to other units or other specialties. But I've seen cases where somebody is brought in as a med-surg nurse or as an ED nurse mostly, and they cannot keep up to speed on that unit, then they are offered another unit where they feel comfortable and they can deliver. So unless you're having difficulty in performance, then I think you can have that chance to be switched unit. But if not, you are tied to the unit that you came to serve, unless otherwise. So tell me your experience, guys, on potential to growth or freedom to grow. Last but not least is the contract buyout. Contract buyout, very important. For some reasons, you may not be in a position to finish your contract as agreed, and you may need to buy out. Straightforward. Direct hire contract value are prorated. That means they decrease. The more you work, your hours decrease, the amount of money you're going to pay decreases. So let's say you have a contract for 3 years, you've worked for 2 years, you have 1 year left, and you're like, I want to quit, I can't do this anymore. The direct hire is going to calculate for you the amount remaining for those equivalent to that 1 year, and you're going to pay them for that 1 year. With nursing agency, this is a 50-50 thing. With some agency, they're prorated, but most of them currently are not prorated, or at least the one I have experience with are not prorated. This means you have a standing fee you're going to pay, and some agency will go ahead and add liquidated damages. I've had a friend, not friends, who wanted to quit her job because she'd reached her breaking point and she had some 3 to 4 months left, and she approached the agency and told them, like, I am at my breaking point and I don't think I can work here anymore. I want to, buy out my contract. She was given a bill of $40,000. I'm gonna go crazy. That is what she was given. I personally wanted to buy out my contract because my interest is somewhere else right now, and I was given a bill of $25,000. I was told there's no any other scenarios. That is the scenario to play. One scenario, pay that amount of money. So I'm not complaining because I knew that up front. I was just trying to find out, did the rules change? Now, which they didn't change. Another factor is when it comes to recruiting agency, the reason I believe right now they are buying out of contract is a little bit tight and strict is because of the COVID. COVID hit and there was a nursing shortage. There was real nursing shortage, and the demand for travel nursing was so lucrative. So most nurses, including me, wanted to quit or did quit to enjoy this money that was there. For example, you pay $22 and you have a travel agency during COVID that was paying $10,000. It is so human to want more. It is so normal. So I believe the nursing agency, most of them did come with a standard fee that, you know what, if you're going to quit on us, we helped you. And that is what they'll say, we helped you through the immigration process and all that, which is also true. Then you are going to pay us this amount of money. So there's so many factors that are playing in. But as I say, you need to always look out, read your fine print of your contract. Know your contract. Know that, what does my contract say? Because at the end of the day, they're going to pull out that contract, and that is what they're going to read out for you. And you have to live by the consequences of your choice. There you have it. There you have it, the difference between direct hire and some of the benefits and the disadvantages they have to offer. So now that you know the major difference between direct hire and nursing recruitment agency, you will have to make a choice which one to use. My opinion on this is that if you're planning to self-sponsor yourself for Nclex, or you have passed Nclex on your own, you should seek direct hire employment. Otherwise, if you do not have that cash to self-sponsor for Nclex, then nursing agency is going to be your best fit. As always, I had passed my Nclex. I had my visa screen. I had my IELTS. Like, I had everything. But at that particular moment, I didn't know the difference between direct hire and nursing recruitment agency. So I went with nursing recruitment agency. Do I regret? Honestly, I don't, because at that particular time, the information that I had, that is what I used to make the best judgment call ever. So as I say, now that you have the differences, now that you know, at least you have a clue on what's going on, apply fast Nclex. Apply with so many direct hire employers. If you're working with nursing agency, apply with as many as you can, and then sit down, read your contract, see what you can work with, and go with that. I don't know if this makes sense, but this is out of the many. This is a book about American immigrants, so you can purchase it. It's a very nice book. I got it as a present from my employer. Talking about choosing an agency, please do watch this video on factors to consider before choosing a nursing agency. You go through these factors as you will be reading your contract, peruse and see if these factors are all inclusive. You cannot get 100% of these factors, but if you get 75 and you're comfortable working with it, then you will be happy because you're signing a contract for 3 years, you're signing a contract for 2 years. You need to be happy as much as possible during that time, and don't live in regret, working in regret and wishing for things, yet you were in that position to make that choice.